Yo, good morning. It's like 4 a.m. I could turn the camera on and show my face. I could, but I don't know if this conversation is needed for a face. Anyway, collection of things I already knew, things that were just recently said, and, you know, an answer. Unlike what most people like. Have you noticed, guys, nowadays people are afraid to give a conclusion? Everything's allegedly, supposedly. Nothing is sound. Nothing's accurate. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't drive a car that wasn't sound. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to a company and buying a car and I'm asking them about the engine and they're like, well, allegedly it's fixed, it works. I don't know if I would trust buying that motor vehicle because that's not a good word to use when it comes to satisfactory. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear allegedly, supposedly. Those aren't words you really want to hear. And with keeping that energy around nowadays, with keeping people in that mind state of allegedly, supposedly, you can tell a lifetime of lies. You can make up stuff. So why was Negroes so why was Negroes so rich after slavery? Why? And then why in today's time with the most economical progress or process being how we're in the 21st century, how would they not be a success? Dan Calloway did a video yesterday. He's talking about Frederick Douglass. A lot of stuff he said in it I had already knew, but he also said some other stuff that was interesting to me. And he was talking about the banking system, the Freedman Bank, and how they were already dealing with falling off and they were already dealing with corruption, but yet still he was allowed, or they called for him to be the representative of the company or the bank. And the bank was falling, and he invested 10,000 of his own money into this bank that he seen was falling, and he seen had corruption in it. And eventually the bank fell. Now, people that are more on the aboriginal thinking feel that the government stole that money. Well, I feel that they're both correct in a way. I feel, better yet, I know that majority of Negroes in America after slavery were well polished in craftsmanships. They were the carpenters, the bakers, the stagecoach buggy, what I'm saying? They knew how to tend the field, tend the horses, they knew everything because they were the ones doing everything. Then you have to take in mind they had their own towns. So that means there's no welfare system. There's no bums on the corner with a sign talking about, I'll work for food. None of that stuff. None of that stuff exists. You have to work. Like the old song, you don't work, we don't eat. Even in the Bible it says, man don't work, man don't eat. So going off those notions, people had built their own houses, together built towns, cities, all different types of stuff. Now, always remember these people are segregated, so it doesn't matter how much they want to fantasize about your story. You did it all on your own, all alone. Did nobody give you any business loans? You didn't get some old building that you could just remodel and check. No, 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 no. You had to make the old building. You did everything. That's, I just want to say, that's a historical checkmate to all you foreigners today, because most of y'all don't build shit from the ground up in a system that is segregated against you and out to get you. Well, that's what my folks did. They did it all by themselves. And check this out. This is also without your schools. So that means the white boy degree goes for nothing. In this one life, you guys have been getting jerked off, getting these degrees that mean nothing. Shoot, a young white girl just experienced that by telling, social media that it doesn't matter that I have this degree. They want experience. The hands-on approach. So why is it like that, period, in life? Why it doesn't matter what you say at your mouth. How much can you prove? Oh, well, I went to school. No. I mean, in the field, the actual work. Boot camp and battlefield are two different places. Having all that money. Why did I bring up Frederick Douglass? Because I feel in my heart of hearts that old Freddie was a bootleg. But what do I mean? Because there's no college yet. He was a member of the Masons. Had to be. At a time where everybody is a slave that's his color, supposedly. All these white boys got him around. Them. Presidents. You know what I'm saying? Generals. People of high stature here, not just regular white folks. No. High stature white people. Why are they letting this black man use the outhouse, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Even though a few presidents allowed him to do what he was doing. It wasn't just Abraham Lincoln; it was the one right after him. Because remember, Abe gets shot in the head, so it's like his stint in the office is very short. Like I said, the general, he ended up working for the U.S. government. So it's like, why they give him so much pull? Another good question Dame brought up: why was he 6 years old and could remember, his name, his mom's name, like the full name, all, like he knew everything. Why was he so educated for free at a young age? Who educated him? Why would he invest in something he knew was going to fall? Save face. Make things look innocent, like nothing was happening. Look, he even invested in it, and it just failed because black people are corrupt. And so then, where does the Klan come in? If black people are just unproductive, period, like the whole slave master narrative. If black people are just they're unruly. They steal from each other. They can't do business. Look, they're doing faulty deals. It's like he was basically, putting it to where they saying like the black banking system invented scammers and con deals. I'm not saying that they did. Of course, that stuff's been going on. But what I'm saying is they're saying that like that's all they could do. So he would have prior knowledge of the Freedman Bank being a sham, and he would still invest $10,000 in it. Why? Why was his salary so high to begin with? He's getting paid $10,000 to $12,000 a year just working as a U.S. Marshal or whatever he was, something for the U.S. Motherfucker, this is back in the 1800s, like 1877. That's a lot of bread to give so-called black people that just got free fucking shit 12 years ago. And he's way up here in a high prestige job like that. He was highly educated as a kid, self-taught. See, that makes you wonder who raised up Prince Hall. They say he worked for a guy somewhere, but it's like, who raised this dude up? How is he so wise to be, skin tone considered a slave, but you can't enslave someone who is intelligent, someone who knows themselves. You couldn't enslave even if you wanted to. Okay. How did Frederick Douglass know his own name? Like, he knew both of his middle names. Most slaves didn't have the middle name. He remembered, his whole mother's name, her middle name, all that different stuff. Why did he have a middle name? Like I said, it was rare for a slave, period, to have a middle name at all. He doesn't know his dad's name. He knows his mom's a Bailey, but he calls himself Douglas. That's weird. Like, I don't even know if people caught the catch-22 in that, if they watched that Dan Calloway video. He doesn't know his father's name at all. He knows his mother's full name. She's a Bailey. His name's Frederick Douglass. But he knows his full name. Whatever, I'm not going to get into that. I say the Negros were extremely rich after slavery because they had all the skills. How did you lose those skills when you didn't go to their schools to gain those skills? I will never understand. There is a time which Booker T. Washington, where he's talking about going to their schools and getting your education, and that's true. But see, that turned into something else. Y'all didn't keep going to engineering and trade school and business. You ended up going to these schools about this whining and stuff like that, which made you worry about skin color, just like a racist, more than economical growth, business stuff. You kept wanting to get into other people's business when you had your own. You know what I'm saying? Now we can say that they killed off those elders, and that could possibly be why the knowledge wasn't passed. But nobody ever looks at it like all the elders are dead. No, they look at it like those are the college people. See, I don't believe that we were ever like supposed to be financially broke. I believe the only way that they were able to keep us that way is by mentally breaking us, by making us mentally broke. You know what I'm saying? That's how they were able to do it. But bringing home the facts, was Frederick Douglass a Mason working for the system? It's possible. It's possible. And then that's where it comes down to, the system Negros. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about if you're not for the system, then you're a street person. No. I'm saying there's like three tiers. There's the low level. You know what I'm saying? The ignorant one. Then there's the elite level. You know what I'm saying? Your entertainers, your athletes, all this different stuff. These college people. Excuse me. Then you got the people in the middle. The ones that are still holding true value of life and knowing that it's not money. And that's why I'm saying the Negro is broke, because they lost the true value of reality. The true value was family, friendship, building, making foundations. If we were doing that opposed to robbing and killing, and we were actually thinking, there's no way that we wouldn't be the most dominant people here, even with a small percentage. How do I know? Because the Jews doing it. They're a very small percentage. And they're rocking the house. Why? Because you don't see them out there killing each other and selling drugs to each other, just crippling and destroying each other. You don't see that. So what else would they be doing with their time? Making power moves, making moves. Now, did they leech off of you too? Yes. But what does that matter? It's not about that. It's about discovering the truth. There was black slave masters here. There was black masons here. There was black fucking spellcasters here. It's just like what we're talking about with white people. It's the same thing. And we need to deal more with separation anyway when it comes to us talking about us. We can clearly see that this government aid is not helping us. The welfare and the food stamps, they only go to the lower class blacks, like the ignorant ones, the ones who don't want to get up and get a job anyway. So it's like, that's not really helping the plight of black people. There is no reparations. So, I'm saying, like I said, what does the government really do? Nothing. All right. What about all these other people? They won't hire you. You don't see black people flipping pizzas at the Italian shop. You'll find some Spanish people there, but you won't find no black people. At the Spanish shop, you might find you a Portuguese or some other type of Spanish. They even gave the fucking the Dominican dude a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but you won't see you there. Chinese shop. There might be somebody working there that's not even Chinese. Like, I'm not saying they gotta be a whole nother race, but nah, for real. Like, this motherfucker might be like Cambodian or something. Like, bro, it ain't gonna be you. So you ain't got no outsourced help. You ain't got no governmental help. So common sense would be like, okay, so obviously it's just us. All right. The plight, the motivation, people, the energy's not there. I got you. The energy would be there if you guys just look at your story. You got to get out of the college box of the whole slavery thing. You have to get out of it, because that is what's keeping you a slave. Telling you a story that you're never going to physically live, and keeping that draped in your head. It's the same thing like church. They don't get out of the concept of your reading. So they're going to really think that they're waiting for something for them, when no, you're waiting to acknowledge something that you're reading. You're supposed to be reading something. whole concept of just a preacher telling you, that's so freaking like the first Bible on earth, bro. You're talking about way back in the day when they was robbing the hell out of people. They were doing fucking uh, tithe payments, and nobody really could read at the time. Most people were illiterate, so it's like it's just a pastor reading, of course. But they tell you in today's indoctrination, they tell you, read your Bible, go home, read your Bible, study your Bible, know your Bible, master your Bible. It's like, bro, they tell you that. They tell you to read it. Okay. So just like what's going on with the whole Palestine Israel thing, it's like if you read this book, then you'd clearly know that neither one of them are them. So it's like, why would you even care? But I'm saying that to say this. The indoctrination now is the entertainment. They're just busting BMF again. You know what I'm saying? Off of what people are saying is you could try to point out Vlad, but it ain't just Vlad. It started with him. But no, it's deeper than that. They're watching these social media videos of this concept that I told black men not to do, stop doing, you look stupid, is coming out here talking about this thug shit, these jail stories, these street stories. Why the fuck, excuse my language, why are you talking about this crap on a Ethernet? Something that is hard drived, copied, saved, and sealed. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you be talking about stuff that you know is relevant? It's going on. You know what I'm saying? Big Dog, G Snack, Little Wham Wham, whatever the freak names people got. It's like, bro, they know what county you're talking about. They know what state, what city, what area. All they have to do is go through their fucking gang files, because that's what they have. It's not just Crip and Blood. No, they have gang files now. They have drug dealing organization files. Like, you know how many leads and spreads that goes out to? You know how many branches, it flourishes out to? These criminal trees, these enterprises that these people make. It's like, bro, that shit lasts for years. Then you have informants. You have the dude who's always going to be around because he's a crackhead or whatever, and they're just always around. So these informers sometimes could be working for 10 fucking years. And then it's been a 10-year rat, but he's always ciphering into these criminal organizations due to the buying of the product. You know what I mean? They keep trace of everything. The trace that we need to follow is the stuff that's not put in the public school programming, and the stuff that's not taught by the supposed people that are of our shade that are against these public school programs. There's too many things that they're not sharing. They're not sharing that you were, you know what I'm saying, you had black slave masters. They're not sharing that it's possible that there was a lot of dirty ass black people back in the day that just wanted their cake to eat it. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't really care what happened to the future group, known as the Negro here, that was going to happen. Because if you watch that Dan Calloway video, it's also leading up to Frederick Douglass being in charge of the census. So it's like, well, then, nigga, who separated the Indian, and who created the Negro, the black, the colored? Like, who created that shit? I'm not saying he did. I'm saying who pushed what Indians into Negroes? Who did that? Like, how did you separate? Because if you're in charge of all the people of color, that's everybody of color. Everybody. There's a time where, Italians are not considered white. So, and I'm not even talking about them. I'm in the 1800s right now. I'm in 1877, something like that. I'm way back then. So there ain't no great migration boat like to that magnitude yet. Not yet. Not the big one. Not the big surge. Not yet. A lot of money was taken because, see, I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting that that bank fell, but before it fell, they brought Frederick Douglass over there and he put 10 grand of his own money on it. I find that weird. I also find it weird how well off he was at that time, like stupid rich. And I know people would be like, well, he was in a free state. I don't give a damn. His story, period, is just kind of off at the time. He got away with too much. He just got away with too much. As if he had to be involved. But still, Tulsa gets made. Still, Rosewood, Kofab is like still all these places get made. So obviously, knowledge was there. The knowledge had to be there. What happened? Like, what happened? How did ignorance become the way? I was grabbing something, my bad. How did ignorance become the way? How did the whole point end up being we got to look in this book and march down the street, and then now we got jobs and afros, breakdancing, and rap, and it's like I don't like how people dumb off black culture after these infiltrators got to us. I don't like that. I don't like how all people want to talk about is, afros and you jive turkeys and, like I said, the music, the breakdancing, and oh, uh, high top fades, and it's like, bruh, style really don't have nothing to do with business. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking at the Chinese dude because he had those silk, you know what I'm saying, them silk fucking jacket joints from way back in the day. Motherfuckers is dope, but still, like, that's not why you look at them. Nah, you look at them because they brought gunpowder. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Great Wall of China. You looking at stuff they did, you know, 4-cylinder for the car, stoplight, calculations to get to the moon, the flushing toilet, the bed itself, literally, the modern bed, the 19th century bed. But I'm saying, see, that nobody's, Italians, they can brag about discovering America, even though that's a big pile of shit, but whatever. They can brag about that, right? We don't walk around bragging about the flush toilet. Like, man, I invented that. What are you talking about? You invented the toilet? Oh my God, boy. Bro, I invented the toilet. Y'all had the outhouse. Always remember that. Okay, so, like, where did all these genius minds go? You know what I'm saying? Because stuff is still being invented. And it's supposed to be some new high-tech time and all that different stuff. But why is it just rap? Why does everybody just want to become a rapper? Why don't you see any new, like, scientists, like, taking over the game? Like, why? What happened? What happened in this group? And why we're in a more racist time? You had more business and influence, on a worldly view when it comes to value than today with the same great worldly view, but it's all about you talking about nothing. Ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop has got to be called what it is. It's not that it's just music like we used to say back then. No, it's not. This is spellcasting at its finest, because we can see once the music got weaker, the children got weaker. Everything got weaker. Even a grown man confessing about murdering somebody on a song, after a while, is going to start being. It's going to start looking weak. It is, especially when rappers are getting caught in gun cases and then whining like little bitches. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to do the time. Oh, my lawyer might have up it, making all these excuses. But it's like, wait a minute, they're doing some big time good. See, it's going to get dry after a while because it's not supposed to be like that anyway. You know, most movies that have a sequel are about a good guy. Horror movies do have sequels, but the monster has to get stopped. They have to put a stop to it or lay it dormant so that they can escape for the next movie. But nah, you're not going to see a bunch of Adolf Hitler sequels and shit. The new Hitler, yeah, the new murder. It's like, no, you're not going to see that. You're never even going to see that movie. Like, you get my point? It's just off. My people are not financially broke. They are spiritually broke. And with them not believing that God exists, which is higher thought, that is leading to why they can't build anything and they can't go anywhere, because they're not thinking new things. See, people get stuck in their ways. Yeah, people do, not a group. A group's not supposed to get stuck in their ways. Imagine if the Romans never fucking advanced to the TV. Like, like imagine this. See, that's what I would do. Off topic, but if I ever went to the Roman Cathedral, I'd bring a TV with me, place it right there in the middle. Like, yeah. These two never thought they would meet. Just like your cell phone in that moment. Like, never thought this was going to happen. We were duped. We were duped and classified into a name that separated us from who we were. Black separated us from colored and Negro, and colored and Negro connects us to Indian. And that's the thing. And we all know who was over here first. White man should not be speaking any Spanish. He should not be calling them Negros for sale. He couldn't use black because black at that time, Old English, is first of all pale, and then second of all, that is many of Europeans' names at that time. There was plenty of blacks in Europe. So they wouldn't have called you that because that was actually a surname. You could have been disrespecting a king somewhere. Remember, there's black with an E. We should know by now who we are. Just like we should see the games that are being played in politics when it comes to Republicans and Democrats. Republicans got all the money, but they have all the weakest members, or the shortest members, the shortest amount of numbers. You know what I'm saying, of speakers, people to talk. The Democrats have no money, supposedly, but they have all the credibility of the people. But what people? The zombies. They have the Hollywood people, they have the entertainment industry people, they have the TV shows people. Excuse me. All the Democrats have is the spell casting. That's all they have. They have no money. They have to speak for the poor. They're getting rich, but the people they speak for never get anything. And then they just keep trying to change the cards. They're like, oh no, these people are just, old news. We need to just flush in new people. And that's not how something works. It's never going to work like that. First of all, that doesn't make any sense. There's too much that's owed here. There's too much debt already. Now we're in major debt globally. Now we're globally in debt. But there was already a debt owed here to a few people, mainly Indians and Negros. They're the same thing. Why you keep separating them? Because y'all did. So I just want to get the field clear, who's getting paid and who's not. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just wanted to clarify that. But yeah. So I can't run off into this new black thing. You know what I'm saying? This African American that's going to try to put me in tie with a whole nother continent. No. They didn't help me do a motherfucking thing. No sirree, Bob. Didn't know Atutu help me rock and roll this place out. No. Didn't none of them do anything over here. What about the samba and the drums the black people use? And it's like, bruh, they weren't doing it like I was doing it. The drum pattern's not even the same. That's the crazy thing. Tribally, in today's standards, the drum pattern is not even the same. We don't even drum the same. So how did I learn it from you if we drum completely different? See, people don't ask these questions. They just say, oh, they look alike. They act alike. They're the same. No. My kick and snare is way different from yours. Everything I do is different. It's because I'm not from over there. But remember, the whole thing is to hijack you anyway. So let's just say it like this. I'm gonna end this video shortly, but let's just say it like this. The Negro is rich, but just poor in spirit. And that is where they're staying broke at. Nobody cares about these industry people, bro. If you really look back at all Jay-Z's music, it's really not even that good. It's not. Just like Tupac's music. It's really not even that good. People are like, why are you saying it? Bro, it's hip-hop, bro. There's only a couple of great jams that we got out of any of these people. This shit ain't Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's not Motown, bro. It's not even Mozart. That's the craziest shit, bro. You can literally there's still music getting played that was made in like the 1800s. This shit was made so long ago, so old. You can still play this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It still goes great for a background. And it'd be like, well, they do that with hip hop. Yes, twos and fews. They're not doing that with every single song. That's why you think these new rappers have to keep going into hits of the 90s and remaking them. They had to take old beats. They're trying to bring old spells with new words. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. And it's like, it went from, the message to dance record. It went from knowledge to a dance record to a woman being salacious and basically just raunchy. You know what I'm saying? Because girls are players too. It's like, okay, look at where the energy went through time. Not blaming women. No. Just look at where the energy went. It went from speaking some truth to, okay, making the kids dance to now we're talking about how we're players too. We play people. It's like, okay, where's the energy going? You got Gorilla about to take Uchi Wally beat, and it's like, okay, why are you doing that? Why do you guys? Because they have to keep these Negroes dormant. Like they kind of can see what's going on the outskirts. A lot of people can see, but a lot of people are going to play it off on some. Like remember, Kevin Gates was just talking his Indian thing, and then he's spitting in women's mouths on stage and shit, like disgusting shit. What's that about? Why do they have these dumb like situations going on? Why is Whack 100 able to run his mouth on the internet all fucking day about everything, but this is still considered gangster when he just run his mouth on it? Most people wouldn't consider running your mouth gangster, but it is nowadays because people are in this gossip train. They want clout, they want money, they want attention. Meanwhile, the country's 30 trillion in debt. We still don't own nothing. Gentrification, red line, all that different stuff. It already happened. It's already taking place, guys. So they let you fuck up the hood just to buy out the hood, rebuild the hood, and charge you more to where you can't afford it. That Section 8 is running slim because people didn't ran that show. So now people don't even want the voucher. They don't even want the voucher. They don't want to even deal with you. They see you're not a good tenant. You don't, tend to the weeds. You don't, repaint the fence. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not into this home. You just end up having you and your funky kids have a place to run around and fuck up some shit. And it ain't just one group that's doing that. No, there's all of them. White trash, Hispanic trash, black trash, you name it, Asian trash, the list goes on. Being cleansing and decent is not something that has anything to do with racial boundaries. No, that's habitable and practical practice. That's things that you teach each other. See, that's why it's good that elders are here. And I'm not talking about old people. No, I'm talking about elders, 25, with a bunch of 14-year-olds. Yes, you are the elder in the room, dummy. You know more than all of them. So you have to teach them the effects of whatever's going on. That's how we got to get back to. We got to be informative again. Stop letting these little group of fucking 16-year-olds pile up with their 16-year-old brain and not listen to the motherfucker that's 29 in the fucking room trying to tell them something. It's like, we don't care if there's more of you. There's more of you, yes, but you guys are all the same age. You guys go no farther than where you're from. And that's what? Fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Fucking 96? No. What, 97? You fucking, no, not even that. Oh my gosh. No. 2007. You're fucking 2007. The fuck out of here. You don't got no goddamn knowledge. What? I got a PlayStation older than you. It's like, yo, you know what I mean? So, I'm saying that to say this. Keep in mind that you have all these inventions they don't talk about in the public school program. You have all these stories about you getting your stuff ramshacked. Because for the record, I need black people to realize that y'all ain't in the business that I am. I'm in the trucking industry, so I go around a lot of different places, a lot of different states. So I go in a lot of these back, yard, fucking hick towns, and I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. These motherfuckers is about neck and neck with the ghetto. It's just different houses, but it's about neck and neck, man. Yeah, they got these abandoned homes and shit, abandoned shacks, fucking old fucked up ass cars. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Same deal, same shit. So, it's you walking outside with holes in your shoes, Peggy Sue walking outside with no shoes on, period. You know what I'm saying? You both, trust me. You both. they fucking over everybody. I don't want you to think that all this just criminal to black people. No, my G, no. It's criminal to your brain. Cause we fucking up. We fucking up letting these rappers be the dad, and these ain't even no manly type rappers. It'd be different if these were some men. If we had some fucking CL Smooths or something, or fucking, I don't know, who's like a responsible rapper, like somebody who says some real shit all the time. I don't know. We need a fucking heavy D. We need somebody like that. We need somebody that's cool, can rap, but at the same time, they ain't talking about no violence or nothing. Like, just energy. But no, it's not happening. No, it's not going down. Instead, what you're gonna get is you're gonna keep getting this backyard nigga, because the South plans on not going anywhere. They said they wanted, they said the rap game tried to keep them out for a long time, and then it's all baby saying, yeah, they try to keep it out, man. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna be here. We're gonna do this here. We're gonna get that there. We're gonna be all around here. So, you gotta take what you get, and it don't look like we're getting anything good anytime soon. So, maybe because that's just a spell, and y'all wasn't supposed to get lost up in Hollywood. That's what I don't get about my people. Why do they not understand that, bro? That shit is just a mirage anyway. It's all acting. It's all fake. So why are you, caught in your feelings with a actor? This motherfucker is telling you that they fake. Their whole life is an act. Oh, what about the real person? What about this motherfucker? They ain't gonna come out. They ain't gonna kick it with it. They ain't gonna chop it up. This motherfucker is just gonna be in this big ass mansion in Hollywood. We ain't gonna know nothing about him, and it is what it is. So what does it matter? You got a chance of meeting fucking Will Smith, who the guy who's manly in the movies, but fucking punk in his own real life. See, it's acting. It's acting. That's the craziest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? This guy's playing heroes and shit. He's fucking saving the world from aliens. He freaking fights and wars and shit. He's in the wild, wild west. He's doing everything. And then his real life's getting cheated on, getting embarrassed all on, live television. It's like, wow. So you can't fuck with them. What about the political activists? Fight the power, you know what I'm saying? It's for the people. Black and I'm proud. Well, two things. For one, the last organization that you guys did that had that type of energy, they stole like $90 million from like poor people, and the victims that they used, they didn't even give none of their family anything. And they bought a bunch of mansions, one in Canada, one in California. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The leader cried when bony ass Candace Owens came knocking at the door. It's like, this is bony ass Candace Owens, and this is a black person. I thought Black Lives Matter. Isn't she black? What are you talking about? Well, she wore a White Lives Matter shirt. That had to be after you've already been parading Black Lives Matter. So your thought process is already out there. So it doesn't matter what she does. She's still a black woman. You're a black woman, remember? And you deal with more white organizations than black organizations, because remember, there ain't no black organization, so it's just Black Lives Matter. Took the money and just did it. But those were Soros guys. So that's just one part of it. then you got your Hollywood, which assisted in Black Lives Matter. Because who was talking about that? LeBron James, entertainer, Hollywood. Like, he's not an actor, entertainer, Hollywood. And he was in Space Jam too. What are you talking about? Entertainer, Hollywood. That boy been groomed since he was like 16 years old, motherfucker. He went straight from the school to the NBA, motherfucker. Again, it's entertainment, the entertainment industry. Like, follow me. Follow me into the ways of the Illuminati. And fucking indoctrinate your brain indoctrinated. Follow me. Stupid. But nah, I'm saying that there's a lot of critical stuff going on, man. Now, this is just about the awakening of the Negro. But hold on. But when I do my next video about Jocelyn Maxwell working at Disneyland, B, back in the 80s, B, you know, the right hand of Epstein. See, when I show you this, the profile and the way they did the game, like, what? Huh? Who? Why? There's no way that y'all gonna say that this whole thing ain't dirty. And then black people, excuse me, the ones that portray better yet, no. Black people. Because remember, you're colors and Negroes. So always remember that. They're not the same. Colors and Negroes are the same. Because there was the Negro Leagues and there was colored water fountain. You know what I'm saying? See, those two are the same. This black person that comes in the 60s when black people saved Hollywood from falling off because black exploitation movies come out in the 70s. See? And all your marching and your rights come in about 64, and then the assassination happened about 68. You know what I'm saying? And then right after that, Nixon's in, and here come your drugs, but at the same time, they allow you in black exploitation to save Hollywood. Y'all don't want to fuck with me. Y'all want to fuck with me when it comes to this truth, man. I'll Dillinger everybody. Like, motherfuckers is not getting it. I'm full assault rifle. I will blow your head off. Like, y'all great. Ain't fuck with me. Even though assault rifle really ain't shit. That's me just making that stuff. That ain't really make any sense. But it's whatever. Serious though. Heavy bombs. Heavy bombs on your ass. You can see the whole indoctrination right there. Bam. Then y'all end up just going Martin and Malcolm out. Shit, that's all you know. Yo, man. Unification process really needs to take place. And after that, time to, clean the house, man. Like, yo, it was fun while it lasted. It's not lasting anymore. And there's going to be a lot of niggas out of a job. This is true. But who cares? Who gives a fuck if the celebrities, what? They're like, oh, well, then we're going to need some new celebrities. No. Bruh, our entertainment was us. The real talent, the real singers, the real drummers, the real guitar players. It's like, yo, our talent was us. We would build these towns and we'd have good times, you know what I'm saying? If somebody can sing, they can sing, motherfucker. Excuse my language. It's common sense. It's right there in front of your face. They're good at something. But the MC singer was never, no, not the way that y'all doing it. Not the auto-tune MC singer, no. If you can sing and rap, that's cool. But the auto-tune MC singer, no, we never needed it. The one who just wanted to jump up and down and make sound effects. We never needed that. No. We never needed it. No. We never even needed it. No. This ain't even beatbox. You know what I'm saying? This is you just breathing and you sound like you got mental problems, but we didn't give ourselves that anyway. We can see there's been infiltration anyway, because once all the kids start doing the same thing, that's when you know you've been infiltrated. Everybody was different. All kids make dances. No, kids don't. Black people make dances. Call me a liar all you want. No, not. In America, maybe black dances that people are doing. What do white people got? The waltz, the tango. That's not theirs. It's not even their language. So the talent and the skills are still there. We're just not building any talents. And it's because the Ethernet, the drama machine, everybody's just gossiping. But about what? A lot of bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit going on. You know, the Jada Pinkett thing. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think she's only there waiting on Will to die. She can take that money. I don't think she gives two fucks about Will Smith. You cheated on him already. Live, everybody knows. And it's like you're not from there just gonna keep it Gucci with the man, you know what I'm saying? Be, you know what I'm saying, a good spokesman for him for the rest of your days in front of the camera. We don't give a fuck what you tell them off the camera. We're not there. She be calling Will a bitch ass nigga all day. Nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's y'all marriage. That's not my business. But in the cameras, I would never disrespect my wife like that. Like, come on, bro. If I'm married, I don't give a fuck. If I can't stand this hoe, nigga, I'm not doing that in front of y'all. Now, she gets it because, nigga, it's for her to get. Oh my God, you're an abuser? Who the fuck abuses women? What does that even mean, bro? Like, women don't even give you the energy to want to hit them. A man do. Men make you want to slap the shit out of them sometimes. But it's like, a woman, really, her energy, unless she's being violent towards you, it really shouldn't push you to want to even think that route. Men usually, a friend brought it up. He said when little boys are, you know, children, we're not thinking about, you know, getting married and stuff like that. We're thinking about saving the world. Usually, little boys are like superheroes. That's what they like. And that's true. And I was like, yo, that's a deep expansion of the mind, because think about it. As a young child, you're already taking on big boy responsibilities. You're already thinking about saving the world, helping the people, stopping bad guys. It's like, look at your mindset already from a child. That's God. Nobody can deny it. You can't deny it. If you don't understand what higher thought is, you never will. But why is it installed in man? From the jump, as a young boy, he's already the hero. He starts out like this already. It's people, they demonize the mind and make them rebel and be wicked. But naturally from birth, you are the superhero. Men, you are already born like that. Jumping great leaps in a single bound. What you think jumping out that tree was? But we had a lot of money. And it's gone. I said it the other day. Jay-Z can invest 45 or 4,800 into a family member's business. Sweetie is taking the stripper money back off the flow. like, do these people really have money? America's 30-something trillion in debt. We're still bragging about people being billionaires. The whole country's in debt. What the hell are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Okay, Hollywood. Okay, do you see the illusion? That's why. That's the only reason I really argue about. The Democrats got to go, because I'm like, bro, they've had the minds the whole time, and we're going into the shitter. Think about, honestly, the main ones you had was two Bushes. You could say the two Bushes, but you really ain't even had no Republicans in your lifetime. Like, you really just had the two Bushes. Don't even bring up Trump. 4 years don't count. And for that whole time, they slandered and lied about the dude. It didn't even matter. It's like, these people will never make any sense. They weren't here in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're old enough to remember Trump in the 90s or in the 80s, then you know that it's bullshit. It's like, the whole racist shit is bullshit, bro. Nobody, you know. So anyway, we've only had the two Bushes. And they honestly were more Democrats than Republicans. People are like, how can you say that? For one, who were the only two Republicans that went to John Lewis' funeral? The only two that came, and everybody clapped for him. Everybody was happy to see them both. The Bushes. George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. Odd. Democrats talk all this shit about Republicans. John Lewis talked all that shit about Republicans. Why these two show up? Why do people, don't matter what Kanye said, because Kanye, you always got to remember, he was just talking about Hurricane Katrina. George Bush don't care about black people. He's not talking about America. He's talking about Katrina. That's all he's talking about. And remember who Kanye is. Kanye's a radical. He's a fucking weirdo. Like, he'll just say anything. He doesn't think before he speaks. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. It's the flip of the coin of life. You know what I'm saying? 50% you'll be right. 50% you'll be wrong. Right? Whatever. Still a human being. I didn't say fucking, burn him by the stake, but he was talking about Katrina. Most economical black people, the ones who are book smart, they will tell you financially black people grew during the Bush years. Both of them. Bush Sr. and Bush Jr. So it is what it is. More Bush Jr. than Bush Sr., you know what I'm saying? Because of the whole crack epidemic, and I'm saying, law enforcement is what it is. But damn sure during the junior years, say black people were doing good. And it's possible. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the Chappelle Show days. So, in a way, yeah, and Wire, The Corner, all your, classic shows, like all that started in the early 2000s. So, I guess in a way, they gave some money, however you want to say it. Also, business wise, I could see it. But now we're in a real situation where it's like, there's a lot of money out here. Everybody talking about making money, Bitcoin, uh, monetizations, all that. Everybody talking about big money. Whole country in debt. The wars going on in other parts of the world. Your broke ass is sending more money. Crackhead for president. You was mad at the first one. The first one, you was, you mad at the last one, but you was making more money. Remember, the only reason you got rid of this person is because of a situation that is no longer relevant. Whether it's wintertime or not, it's no longer relevant. It's changed up so many times. It got homies. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are supposed to be all out at once, like a gang and shit. Excuse me. Alpha, whatever the fuck, Riot Crime, fucking straight Transformer names and shit. See, I can't even remember. That's how fake that shit was. That's how fake that whole situation was. I can't even remember the names of these motherfuckers. They had so many of them. Planet B, uh, Riot Crime, Zima. Willie Bang Bang, 15. It's like I'm supposed to be making fun of this shit, bro. That's the only reason that y'all dumped him out. Talking about how the world looked at you, bro. Look at you. Look at you. You 30 something trillion in debt. What are you talking about? How the world look at you? You so dumb. You worried about other people. You worry about other people instead of your own shit. How you gonna help anybody if you ain't got nothing? Y'all not enforcing work nowadays. And I don't mean enforce like making somebody do it. No, I mean like you got all these jobs that ain't really even taxed like that. That people are doing now. The jobs that are really of no service anyway. They're not even really helping nobody. We got more strippers than nurses. Say it like that. We got more OnlyFans than fucking elementary student teachers. It's like, bro, look at this shit. You can see the discrepancy messing with the Democrats. Ain't nothing wrong with being stern for a couple years. Ain't nothing wrong with everybody, just going to work, doing the right thing, making it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Building this foundation. Like, especially for my group, shoot, that's what I'm saying. We just keep. There is money owed us, but we got to realize something. Ain't nobody giving no money to no defected motherfucker. Like, and that's the situation with my group. We don't realize that. We out there with our youngs killing. We out there with our neighborhoods looking fucked up. We out there with a bad attitude. We out there grumpy. It's like ain't nobody giving no people like that no money. And then what type of investment are you going to use in you? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your taxes, they helping to build your roads. They helping to keep your public schools safe for the children. You know what I'm saying? Feed the Head Start groups. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, bro, I deliver to these places. They getting good food. They getting high quality stuff. These are children. You know what I'm saying? These are children, me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 2, 3. You dig? It's for the children. So, we're not giving children bad food, bad meat, bad vegetables, bad fruits, nothing. They will always get high class stuff, high quality stuff. But I'm saying it to say this. Those programs should really only be for like newcomers to the world, our world, America. Um, it shouldn't be a bunch of locals having to, like, we shouldn't even have no dilapidated buildings. Like, the government needs to make more government jobs. They can do independent contracting. They can even put, you know what I'm saying, other people's names on it. But it has to be government funded. And it has to be government aided. Like, it's local for the locals. Like, this is a place that y'all can work to get money. But it's government aided, so it helps everybody in the end. You know what I'm saying? The taxes that they take from you are actually going to your government aids. And, you know, there's no swindling in it where you're like, oh, okay, they really, you know, it makes sense. Good pay. You know what I'm saying? Local. It's right by your house. You don't even have to go that far. No, it ain't on the same street. Nobody wants to live on a, well, you can't even anyway when it comes to government business. I don't think it can be on a commercial. I mean, it has to be a commercialized street. It can't be a residence. So, you know, of course that, but I'm saying close enough to where it's easy travel. These motherfuckers ain't got to sell drugs. That's the excuse. But I don't want to work for the system. I ain't making it. All right, look, give you a good base pay. It's a government job. And then, oh, well, everybody be doing that good. Now everybody's at work. It's not a bunch of bums on the street begging for money. I'm talking about that because I'm saying if Negroes were given their own solitude again, sanctuaries, their own land, it's like you're not going to want a bunch of thieves and bums around. See, that's why you have police. It's a law. See how it's starting to all make sense, starting to all fit now, right? Now it ain't just about racism. All right. Because I don't believe in these black towns that wasn't brothers with shotguns. I don't believe in Tulsa. They didn't know about a sheriff. I don't believe that jazz. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that black people was just holy of the holies, and they were just all walking around in robes and peace, my brother, my sister. Yes, righteousness. Yes, one. Man. Yeah, everybody wants this story. Everybody wants this story. Everybody wants this story. White, the blacks, Puerto Ricans, everybody, everybody wants this story. No. I believe there was rules. And I also believe that even back in Egypt, they had guards. So, like I said, brothers with shotguns, I'm pretty sure it was there. It was always, you know what I'm saying, some leadership and protection. Even if it was safe, you know, maybe you didn't necessarily have to leave your front door locked. But I'm saying, even if it was safe, you still have to have precaution because everybody's not the same. You know, there's vigilantes, there's Klansmen, you name it. So we're gonna have to deal with the law, which they say is based around God, which is higher thought. That's why, you know, a cop can't just be running around shooting people in broad daylight in the face at the fucking Dairy Queen and shit. Oh, that happens, man. You tripping? There ain't that many daylight murders by the police. Not as many as you think. Police ain't even really killing that much as you think. People's killing people. Police got something on their belt. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it's usually individuals. See, police don't get slaughterfest like that. You know what I'm saying? Individuals get slaughterfest. 47 people were shot this weekend as a vicious gang battle broke out. Okay. Cop kills suspect. Cop kills 2 suspects. Cop kills 3 suspects. Cop kills 5. Come on, bro. You ain't never even heard no story like that. Cop killed 5 people. At what? Nah. Maybe through the years you didn't kill. Yeah, okay. Nah, you ain't never heard no shit like that. It's individuals that do stuff like that. Shot up schools and shit. 13 kids you killed. It's like, bro, that's an individual. So, like I said, police ain't killing as many people as you think. People killing people. So all this stuff we got to be prepared for if we're going to make the towns, the cities, the business, the real, riches that came after slavery. Because it ain't even just back then. Because we really need to get into our Reconstruction bag, though. Like, hands down, we really do. We got too many people with money that's just here. You know what I'm saying? The LeBron Jameses, the Michael Jordans, the Jay-Z's, like, these people are just like a waste of space. Y'all don't make no sense. Y'all talk about this whole struggle that black people came from. Most of y'all did come from struggle. That's why I say it's not y'all money. Y'all ain't got no fucking money. I don't believe it. I don't believe these jokers got money. I believe at the end of the day, it's more like they have this spell over people, so they allow them to use it. And they can eat whatever they want, and they can go wherever they want, have the finest of the finest. They can do all that. But they can't raise their people up. They can't rise them. They can't tell them no real truth. You know what I'm saying? They have to keep them what they is. They have to keep them some dummies out here. And to me, that's sounding pretty accurate. Because that's what you can see. You can see it every day. You can see how this group can do all this different stuff. They can slam dunk. They can get all these groups together. They can dance. They can cheer. They can march. They don't own anything. Not even a franchise. Not even like a black-owned franchise that's known. Oh, Wingstop? Man, shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying. One that opens at 5 a.m. I mean, yeah. How about that? All the good cooking we doing, we ain't got one. All right, whatever. They wouldn't sell that thing to Tyler Perry. Of course not. You shouldn't be asking nobody for something that y'all can be doing on your own right now. At your own towns, your own cities, okay? Put all your corporate businesses in it. That's how you make the city. Stuff is weird, like own sewing factories, you know what I'm saying? They got their own clothing lines. Why isn't it happening? It's the Masons, y'all. Been hit in the head by the Boule Lodge members of the college fraternities, yo. And ever since then, you have been lost in the sauce of illusion and stupidity. And every time real ones come out to talk to you, y'all don't hear them because they're not exciting enough. It's not enough blah. Whatever the hell you need to feed your fucking fetish of drama and violence. It's time to change. Negroes were so rich after slavery because they had all these trades and skills and technologies. Lost due to killing off the elders with the help of the Klan and indoctrination of the mind with the help of the religions. And that's when all your leaders come in and they all have their Mason ties that they don't speak on, but had to be there. And then you get your schools and your colleges with your fraternities, and there you go with your lodge again. Just don't own anything. So all their moves are rocky. Indian talk comes out. All of them supposedly have ties to it, but never spoke a word of it. Country 30, something train and dead. Everybody sucking the nuts. Mr. White Man, Mr. Charlie, he's fucking it up. Is it hopeless or are we just wasting time? I'll let y'all figure that one out.